Medea, beware! Some great person is coming. It is Creon himself.
Creon is coming!
He is dark with anger. O my lady, my child, bend in this wind and not be broken.
I see, abate your pride. These people will not be going with you where you are going. Medea, woman of stone forehead and hate-filled eyes, I have made my decision. I have decided that you must leave this land and go into banishment.
Ooh.
With your children.
Ooh.
I intend to remove a root of disturbance out of the soil of Corinth. I am here to see to it, and I will not return home until it is done.
You mean banishment?
Exile, banishment, go where you may, Medea, but here you abide no more.
I with my children.
I will not take them away from you.
The children, my lord.
What are you muttering?
Nothing. I am praying to my God for wisdom, and you for mercy. My sons are still very young, tender and helpless. You know, my lord, what exile means. To wander with fear and famine, for guide and driver through all the winter storms and the rage of the sun, beg a bread crust and be derided, pelted with stones in the villages, held a little lower than the scavenger dogs, kicked, scorned, and slaved. The children, my lord, are Jason's children, your chosen friend, I believe, and now even closer bound. And as for me, your servant, O master of Corinth, what have I done? Why must I be cast?
I will tell you frankly, because you nourish rancorous ill wills towards persons whom I intend to protect. I send you out of here before you have time to do harm. You are notorious for occult knowledge, sorcery, poisons, and magic. Men say you can even sing down the moon from heaven, and make the holy stars falter and run backwards against the purpose. And current of nature? Huh, as to that I know not. I know you are dangerous. You threaten my daughter. You have to go.
But I wish her well, my lord. I wish her all happiness. I hope that Jason may be as kind to her as to me.
That is your wish?
I misspoke. I thought of old days.
Medea, did you have some cause for grief? I all the more must guard against your dark wisdom and bitter heart.
You misjudge me cruelly. It is true that I have some knowledge of drugs and medicines. I can sometimes cure sickness. Is that a crime? These dark rumors, my lord, are only the noise of popular gratitude. You must have observed it often. If any person knows a little more than the common man, the people suspect him. If he brings a new talent, how promptly the hateful whispers begin. But you are not a common man, Lord of Corinth. You will not fear knowledge.
No, nor change my decision. I am here to see you leave this city, and not much time. Move quickly, gather your things, and go. I pity you, Medea, but you must go.
You pity me. You pity me? I will endure a dog's pity or a wart-grown toad's. May God who hears me, we shall see in the end who's to be pitied.
Now keep her safe of your female hatred. Therefore, I send you out of this land.
It is not true. I am not jealous. I never hated her. Jealous for the sake of Jason? I am far past wanting Jason, my lord. You took him and you gave him to her. And I will say you did well, perhaps wisely. Your daughter is loved by all. She's beautiful. If I were near her, I should soon love her.
You can speak sweetly enough. You can make honey in the mouth like a brown bee when it serves your turn.
Not honey, the truth.
Trust you or not, you're going out of this country, Medea. What I decide is fixed. It is like the firm rocks of Acro Corinth, which neither earthquake can move, nor flood of tears melt. Make ready quickly. I have a guest in my house. I shall return daily.
What guest? Oh, my lady, ask him. Who is the guest? If powerful and friendly, he might be a refuge to us in bitter exile. I know that your will is granite, but even on the harsh face of Granite Mountain, some flowers of mercy may grow in season. Have mercy on my little sons, Creon, though there is none for me.
How long, woman? This is decided. Done. Finished.
I am not a beggar. I will not trouble you. I shall not live long. Sire, grant me a few hours, yet one day to prepare. One little day before I go out of Corinth forever.
What? No, I told you. The day is today, Medea. This day, and the hour is now.
There are no flowers on this mountain. Not one violet, not one anemone. Your face, my lord, is like flint. If I could find the right words, if some god would lend me a touch of eloquence, I'd show you my heart. I'd lift it out of my breast and turn it over in my hands. You'd see how pure it is, of any harm or malice towards you or your household. Look at it, not a speck. Look, my lord, they call mercy the jewel of kings, and I am praying to you as to one of the gods, destroy us not utterly. To go out with no refuge, nothing prepared, is plain death. I would rather kill myself quickly and here. If I had time but to ask the slaves and strolling beggars where to go, how to live, I must gather some means, 1 or 2 jewels, and small go things. I have to trade them for bread and goat's milk. Wretched, wretched I am, I and my boys. I and my boys. I beseech you, Creon, that the soft yellow hair and cool smooth forehead and the white knees of that young girl who is now Jason's bride. Lend me this inch of time, 1 day, half a day, for this one is now half gone. And I will go my sad course and vanish in the morning, quietly as dew that drops on the stones at dawn and is dry at sunrise. You will never again be troubled by any word or act of mine. And this I pray you for your dear child's sake. O Creon, what is half a day in all the rich years of Corinth?
Think of it. I am no tyrant. I have been merciful to my own hurt many times. Even to myself I seem to be foolish. If I grant this thing, no, I will not grant it. Well, we shall watch you as a hawk does a viper. What harm could she do in the tale of 1 day? A ruler ought to be ruthless, but I am not. I am a fool, in my own eyes. Whatever the world may think, I can be gruff with warriors. A woman weeping floods me with my course. Take it then, take your preparations. But if tomorrow's sun shines on you here, Medea, you die. Enough words, thank me not. I want my hands washed of this business.
I will thank you, and the whole world will hear of it.
I have seen this man's arrogance. I watched and heard him. I am of Corinth, and I say that Corinth is not well ruled.
The city where even a woman, even if suffers unjustly the rods of power, is not well ruled.
Unhappy Medea, what haven, what sanctuary, where will you wander? Which of the gods, Medea, drives you through waves of woe, the mooring broken, the hawsers, and the anchorhead, hopeless from harbor?
This man, this barking dog, this gold fool, gods of my father's country, you saw me low on my knees before the great dogs of Corinth, humble, holding my heart in my hands for a dog to bite. Break this dog's teeth. Women, it is a bitter thing to be a woman. A woman is weak for warfare. She must use cunning. Men boast their battles. I tell you this. We know it. It is easier to stand in battle 3 times in the front line in stabbing fury than to bear 1 child. And a woman, they say, can do no good but in childbirth. It may be so. She can do evil. She can do evil. I wept before that tall dog. I wept my tears before him. I degraded my knees to him. I gold and flattered him. O triple fool. He has given me all that I needed. A little time, a space of time. Death is dearer to me than what I am now. And if today by sunset the world is not turned, and turned sharp too, let your dog Creon send 2 or 3 of his slaves to kill me, and a cord to strangle me. I will stretch out my throat to it. But I have bitter hope, women. I begin to see light through the dark wood, between the monstrous trunks of trees, at the end of the tangled forest and eye-hole, a pinpoint of light. I shall not die, perhaps, as a pigeon dies, nor like an innocent lamb that feels a hand on its head and looks up from the knife to the man's face and dies. No, like some yellow-eyed beast. I shall not die, perhaps, as a pigeon dies, nor like an innocent lamb that feels a hand on its head and looks up from the knife to the man's face and dies. No, like some yellow-eyed beast that has killed its hunters. Let me die down on the hound's body and the broken spears. Then how to strike them? What means to use? There are so many doors through which painful death may glide in and catch. Which one? Which one?
Tell me, do you know what guest is in Creon's house? What? Oh, an Athenian ship came from the north last night. It is Aegeus, the lord of Athens.
Aegeus? My lady knows him. I believe he will help us. Some god has brought him here, some savior god.
He is leaving, I think, today.
My lady, Lord Aegeus is here in Corinth. Creon's guest, Aegeus of Athens. If you will see him and speak with him fairly, we have a refuge.
I have things in my hand to do. Be quiet.
Oh, listen to me. You are driven out of Corinth. You must find shelter. Aegeus of Athens is here.
What's that to me?
I lifted you in my arms when you were this long. I gave you milk from these breasts that are now dead leaves. I saw that little beautiful body straighten and grow tall. Oh, child, almost my child, how can I not try to save you? Life is better than death.
Not now.
Time's running out.
I have time. Oh, I have time. It would be good to sit here 1,000 years and think of nothing but the deaths of 3 persons.
There's no hope then. Child, if you could do this red thing you dream of, all Corinth would pour against you.
After my enemies are punished and I have heard the last broken moan, Corinth? What's that? I'll sleep well. I am alone against all, and so weary that it is pitiful. After my enemies are punished and I have heard the last broken moan, Corinth? What's that? I'll sleep well. I am alone against all, and so weary that it is pitiful.
Look, who is coming? I see the sunlight glitter on lance heads.
Oh, it is Jason.
Jason's Medea's worst enemy, who should have been her dearest protector.